Prepare for battle.
T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The battle begins.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry about the slight delay there, but Valinor just wanted to go ahead, reset his internet, so that way hopefully he doesn't have any lag issues like the last game. So everyone cross your fingers, so that way it'll be a perfect game for these 4 players. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you game 2 of bracket D of tonight's 2v2 DOTAMech Tournament. Once again, I will introduce Team Rusty as consisting of Turkleton and his teammate Valinor. Team Rusty lost the last game and they opted for map pick over first pick, and Duel was their choice, which, as you guys know, if you've watched Wreckz enough, you know Duel is a heavy favorite of Wreckz. He was quite happy to see that that was the map that was selected. However, something very interesting happened during the ban and pick phases. As you can see, Wreckz is flying around in a striker, folks. That is right, a striker made it through the first rounds of bans. Team Rusty prioritizing an angel ban over a striker ban for their first phase bans, and because of that, the striker does get through. First time we've seen it this evening, instantly snatched up by Foxfire without even thinking about it. The instant it was their pick, they instantly said it, no hesitation whatsoever. Team Rusty responded with a paladin pick that Turkleton is using. Second rounds went through. Dissonant had first pick on the second round. He went with Saucer. And Valinor counted with a Helix. So this should turn out to be very interesting. It's actually now, normally for the most part, when everyone watches these games, it's just like, oh, a striker, oh, a striker, oh, a striker. Now the fact that because we haven't seen striker at all yet tonight, we're actually really excited to see it and wondering what can it bring to the game. Can, does it make a significant difference? I don't know yet. Or does the combination of the Paladin and the Helix working together through Valinor and Turkleton, is it enough to stop that power of the striker and then the death beam of the Saucer? Unfortunately, it looks like Valinor is still having significant ping issues, so I do apologize to all you ladies and gentlemen that are watching right now, but any lag that you're seeing on the stream is due, unfortunately, to one of our players. He tried to sort it out. Unfortunately, it looks like it just didn't go his way. But they're going to play through it. They're going to play strong. Turkleton close to death. He will get out. Valinor flying a little bit of cover, but was close to death himself and had to be careful. And it does look like in this fight for the mid, even though Dissonant going down to an Artie, right now it is Team Foxfire that is coming out way ahead in this mid battle. Can Valinor and Turkleton find a way back into this? They've still got some units. They've still got them pretty spread out. The only unfortunate thing is that they don't have any jamming online. And because of that, these artillery have been 100% accurate, and it has decimated a bit of Team Rusty's lines. However, Team Rusty, if you saw, they were able to snipe out the jammer that Team Foxfire had online, and now there's no jamming going on either side. So it's massive accurate artillery all over the place. Turkleton close to death. Transform gets out of there. Dissonant also very close to death, but he will survive as well. Unfortunately, Valinor misses an opportunity to potentially score a kill. And there it is, folks. The entire battle, everything that everyone is focusing on right here, this mid-battle. Two giant war machines just going at it. Dissonant close to death, gets out of there. So far, we haven't had too many deaths in here so far. 3 minutes in, only 2 deaths. 1 for each of Team Foxfire. No deaths at all yet for Team Rusty. Can Team Rusty pull this back out and turn this into a full 3-game series? Or will Team Foxfire take it in a 2-game sweep and move on to the finals, knocking Team Rusty into the 3rd place match? It's hard to say. I mean, right now, if you take a look at it, you might say, yeah, Team Rusty has a slight advantage, but things can change drastically at the 4.5-minute mark. 45 seconds from now, those 2 lock boxes will pop up on either side. You can see one of the sides right now on the far right end of the screen. One of those 4 pads opens up with a lockbox with 20,000 credits inside of it. And then over here on this side as well, another box with another 20,000 credits will come up as well. Skilled teams, what they will try to do is, in about the next 10 seconds, they will try to kill both players on the other team so that way they can secure both lockboxes for themselves. If they can do that, they will be at a massive advantage with that bonus 40,000 credits. Valinor flying over 10 seconds too early is paying close attention. Here we go, folks. 3, 2, 1. The lockbox comes up. There's a fight over there between Dissonant and Valinor. Dissonant is the one that picks up the lockbox. He's blinking on over. Meanwhile, Wreckz picks up the other lockbox. It is Team Foxfire that gets both lockboxes. 40,000 credits in favor of Team Foxfire. That is a worst case scenario for Team Rusty, because now Team Foxfire, 40,000 extra credits, they can build up massive amounts of additional units, catch up. They were falling far behind in the unit cap, and now as you can see from that credit boost, they have almost completely matched the upkeep of Team Rusty. Dissonant close to death. He needs to get out of there as that outpost goes neutral. He gets out. He still survives. So few deaths in this match. All these players fighting hard, staying alive, will not die. Unbelievable. 50-50. Team Foxfire have completely caught up in the upkeep from getting those 2 credit boxes. Massively helped them out in every possible way. However, they still need to be careful because they do not have a single jammer out online. Huge, huge oversight, especially for seasoned players like Wreckz and Dissonant, for them to not have any jammers out whatsoever. And I believe that Team Rusty has realized this, and because of that, they are starting to lay in pretty heavy into the artillery. They themselves have 2 jammers online. Team Rusty just now in the process of building a Sonya, still not out, but they are suffering the losses for it. Had Team Rusty gotten out more artillery during this time, they would have obliterated everything. But now the Sonya goes out, and suddenly that will let Team Foxfire get back into this. Folks, if you're watching, that is one thing you never want to do, and that is to have your units out in an artillery-based war without some form of jammer protection. There's just been too many games that have been lost due to just lack of jammers. Turkleton using that massive front armor capability with the shield of the Paladin to stay alive with so much blasting in his way. Dissonant in that saucer, typically a very fragile mech that can die a lot if it's not properly handled, has been staying alive a lot, showing that Dissonant really knows how to handle that saucer. He uses that blink to his ability to get out whenever it's going to be too late. He knows before his health is too low to start heading back towards those outposts. And the fact that Team Rusty is flying Helix and Paladin, they're not super fast mechs. They don't chase down too quickly. And it has given him lots and lots of opportunities to actually stay alive, keep fighting, As you can see, again, still only 1 death for each team member of Foxfire. No deaths at all still for Team Rusty. Factions Arc and Mimo combining forces. This, folks, could be history right here. I'm not too sure, but I think this might be the first time in a competitive tournament environment that Arc and Mimo have joined forces in a tournament. So, folks, you're witnessing history in the making right now. Two of the most... Valinor on a kill on Wreckz, taking out that striker. Huge potential opportunity because now it is Dissonant by himself while they wait for Wreckz to respawn. Wreckz, a level 7 striker, will need at least 20 seconds to go. Wreckz is saying, I have to go. If he leaves in the middle of this match, the match will have to continue. And that will most likely secure a win for Team Rusty, pushing this into a 3-game series. Unless Wreckz can either stay long enough or just his AI, based on the intelligent subroutines of Kyleberry, is enough to keep Dissonant in this tournament. Wreckz has stepped out. Dissonant by himself, 2-on-1 situation. We will be playing through on this game. However, it has been approved since this point that Dissonant will be able to pull in a sub for all future games in this tournament. That was pre-approved before the start of the tournament. So that will be happening, but unfortunately, by Wreckz leaving early, that will put Dissonant's team at a significant disadvantage. I do not see him being able to come out against both Turkleton and Valinor. Again, unless the Wreckz AI Kyleberry subroutines are so amazingly OP that it gets him completely into this game. Turkleton, Valinor feeling the advantage. They're just going to go ahead. They're going to push up. Dissonant not giving up. You have to salute somebody that when they're in a 2v1 situation, they still continue to fight on, will not step down, will try to pull this out. It would be a fantastic Cinderella story if the fact that Dissonant somehow won this, but I do not think so. It is unfortunate. Like I said, Team Foxfire did get both of those credit boxes, but unfortunately just were not able to maximize it out fully. And then the loss of one of the teammates will just be enough that this will be most likely the game-ending push. Dissonant trying to use the abduct abilities of that saucer, trying to get at least one Goliath. I don't think it will make any significant difference, but he's still trying anyway. There we go, folks. Look at that beautiful shots in right there. As that fortress slowly bleeds out. So much flacker protection. It keeps Dissonant from being able to do any type of abductions or anything. Dissonant keep trying to feel up that one single Goliath, but there's just no way to come back from that. Well fought, but this will push it into a 3-game series. Team RustyAF will come back, tie this up 1 game apiece, push this into a 3-game series. All the hype, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere, because we will have our deciding game as to which one of these teams will move on into the finals and which one will be knocked down into 3rd place. Don't go anywhere. You're watching OPTV. I am Steve. Stay OP.